Got the microphone unmuted on one thing, but not on the actual mic. So hey, but we got it done faster than last time. Welcome to a new week. Sorry I'm late. This was supposed to start an hour ago. Silly me, because normally this is the time I start, and I thought I'm going to get a jump on it, and I'm going to redo my schedule, and I'm going to start an hour earlier. And it all fell apart. So anyway, we're here now. I will try better for the next stream. Yeah. So, stormy day in New Zealand. It's not very nice outside at all. And I'm just going to see. If there's a way I can get my... Oh, here we go. See if I can get my live in front of me. I have to watch from my other Instagram channel. So that I can try and keep up with the chat. Cool beans. And I'll just get my... Just get my Twitch up on my TV so I can check the chat on that one. And we'll be ready to go. So yeah, cool. So I've started work on the next Super Unicorn Princess story for book 2, yeah, it's coming out quite nicely. This is not it. This is just what I'm going to work on today for fun. The publicity machine is still rolling for book 1. I see that if you live in the UK, Waterstones is having a couple of days sale where you can get 25% off pre-orders. My book is one of them, so you can head over to Waterstones if you live in the UK. Otherwise, yeah. So anyway, Tuesday here, so that must mean it's is it Tuesday here? No, it's Monday here. No, it's Tuesday here. Man. Yeah, it's Tuesday. Yes, it's Tuesday. I watched John Oliver last night, so it has to be. Alright, so hope everyone had a good weekend and a good Monday. We'll get there eventually. One at night in Norway. Hey, but thanks for jumping on. All the way from Norway. I think that's the first time I've had someone from Norway. So, what is it here? 11:09 AM. So since the last stream, I went and saw Fantastic Four. Really enjoyed it. Did not disappoint. And I have to say though, Vanessa Kirby as Sue Storm, MVP of the movie for me. Very, very good. Love the Silver Surfer. Couple of little nitpicks, but nothing that ruins the movie. And they really are just nitpicks. Otherwise, yeah, not to be funny, but yeah, fantastic movie. And also caught Happy Gilmore 2, which I mostly enjoyed. Probably would have been good if I'd watched Happy Gilmore 1 again as a refresher, but I mean most of the jokes still landed. A lot of them were very nostalgia driven, references to the original. Some nice cameos. One of the most famous catchphrases from the original movie did not, from memory, pop up in the movie, which was really weird. But yeah, it was good. I heard rumors that they might do Billy Madison too, but I don't know if we need that one. What else? What else did I watch? See, I hardly ever watch movies, and this weekend I got quite a few in. K-pop Demon Hunters. My daughters were asking to watch it, and we finally got time to do it. And I mostly enjoyed that as well. Very much like the character designs and stuff. And I'm halfway through Ballerina, the John Wick spin-off. And so far so good. So yes, very good. Oh, hello, Lenny Chavez. Welcome. Nice to see you, man. And thank you. So I'm just doing some Super Unicorn Princess for anyone who does follow me on Instagram and hasn't just stumbled across this live, or if you're watching on Twitch or YouTube or whichever platform, you'll know that we're in the midst of the promotional cycle, I guess, of book one, which is coming out in gosh, what's the date today? The 29th or something? So like 2 weeks, just over 2 weeks. So apologies in advance, but yeah, expect to see more of her in the coming weeks. And then well, soon, I guess it's only August, but in November when my next book, Chase Speedington and the Last Dragon's Breath, comes out, written by the one and only Franco. I guess the publicity thing will ramp up on my social media for that as well, because I'm not in these countries that the books are launching in, which is a shame because I can't do any in-person stuff. But I guess on the flip side, for an introvert like me, that's not a bad thing. So I thought I would put her in a scene where she's fighting something. This is not a guy who's in the books. Certainly not yet, anyway. Some sort of Sasquatch. Maybe a Yeti. Might not be hairy enough. Might not be shaggy enough to be a Yeti. Probably want to add some different design elements if he was going to be there. So maybe just a Sasquatch. All right. We're just making sure that the chats are working on the other platforms. So once again, in my infinite wisdom, I have scheduled my stream to coincide a whole lot of other artists. I'm clever like that. I'm very happy to see that Instagram is still working. Let me connect again, so that's 2 for 2. So that's really cool. So yeah, as I say, watch Fantastic Four. I'm not going to do any spoilers or anything. Dug it a lot. I really did. When I took my kid with me to do some errands on the weekend, and I had to go to a department store to return something, and the toy section was having a buy one get one half price sale, and my boy is very much into buying or collecting WWE action figures. So we figured that if I brought something to add to my Marvel Legends shelf, then he'd be able to get an elite WWE figure for half the price, which would bring it to the normal price, or the price of a basic figure. Unfortunately, the stock that they had was not, or the choices they had was not amazing. But he found something he wanted. And then it was me who ended up taking hours to decide between getting Sue Storm from the new Fantastic Four Marvel Legends line based on the movie, or Captain America, because the only Captain America I have so far in my collection is in a 2-pack with Peggy Carter, and it's a World War II one, where he's wearing a leather jacket, so his costume's only just peeking out. So I didn't have a real fully costumed Cap. So yeah, it was a hard decision, man. But then it came down to, well, I really want the whole Fantastic Four, not just Sue. Sue was definitely the best one though. So I'll put pause on that for now until I can get set one day. So now I'm the proud owner of a Captain America figure up on the shelf. Causing a bit of destruction, this fella. Yeah. So I'm hoping that soon I'm going to be able to share the Spanish and Dutch covers that I got to see last week for Super Unicorn Princess. Just waiting on the word. I see that the Spanish publisher back in June, but I wasn't tagged, so I only found this out the other day, has actually announced that it's coming out in October, but with a picture of the English cover. Because I guess it hadn't been finalized, the Spanish one, at that time. So just waiting on the word that I'm allowed to share it. But I'm pretty happy with them. Super looking forward to seeing any foreign language editions, just to see how they translate the logo. Because obviously I can't read them, but I like to see how they fiddle with the logo and stuff to fit their wording. I think I mentioned last time too, my good pal, at Tallboy Ship on Instagram, pal Justin, he's in the middle of building up a 3D model of Super Unicorn Princess based on one of my drawings. And he's been showing me progress pictures and I'm really digging it, man. It looks very cool. So, yeah, I can't wait to see that finished. Got some chat going on. Just bought the Procreate app and it's very difficult to get to grips with. It took me a minute to get the lines, the smoothness. No, but once I figured out about the stabilization on the brushes and stuff, it was certainly more helpful. But as far as being user-friendly, I think it's definitely up there with one of the easier programs overall. Once you, I guess anyone can say that about any program, right? Once you get used to it. But I think, yeah, it's... Gosh, I'm losing my train of thought, man. But I find the good thing about Procreate is there are a lot of tutorials on like TikTok and here on Instagram that have certainly helped me, that's for sure. I was trying to remember how I had this originally. It's supposed to be going... I remember correctly. Something like that. Just realized I forgot her shoe. But yeah, I'm no master at Procreate, but I help where I can. Oh, Colombia. You might be my first Colombian viewer too. Welcome, welcome. I want to curve that a bit, but it's... She's coming in straight. So we cheat a little bit, it's alright. And look who's here. Ray's in the chat. Hello, welcome. Thanks for joining. Not quite sure what to chat about, but if anyone's got questions or wants to give their opinions on Fantastic Four or Superman or anything else they've watched, suggestions. As I said, this weekend I caught up on a few things I wanted to watch. K-pop Demon Hunters, Happy Gilmore 2, Fantastic Four, Superman the week before, so I think we're in the safe zone. We could talk about spoilers on that movie maybe. What else? And I'm halfway through Ballerina, the John Wick spin-off. So far, okay. I didn't realize that they'd managed to get Lance Reddick before he passed away. So that was a nice surprise. Oh, you're currently watching all this week's. I should actually say something because it doesn't come up on my other screens. Where am I? One second. How come that comment's not over there? It's over here. Hooper's 1985. Currently watching all this weekend's SDCC stuff. Yeah, I need to catch up on all of that. Did any trailers drop during San Diego Comic Con that I should be watching? Don't know. They are always a must. Usually I would have watched them by now. I don't know why I haven't. We're obsessed with K-pop Demon Hunters. My daughter's watching it nonstop. Yep, we watched it because my daughters have been going on about it. Because my youngest daughter was obsessed with the songs before she even got to see the movie. Thanks, YouTube. So I'm already sick of Golden. Give me the Saja Boys Soda Pop any day, man. Anyway, so we sat down and watched it. Because I had the three kids home alone with me the other day. And as soon as it finished, I was being asked to put it on again. So I need to give them access to it on their iPads so I don't have to watch it on repeat. But I did enjoy it. I like the character designs, especially of the three girls. And, by the way, Ray, I saw your... should I be calling you Ray? I don't know. I'm just shortening the name. Anyway, I saw you did a picture, a fan art of the Huntrix girls. That was really cool. I have attempted a few times already and none of them have looked any good, so I've just scrapped it. Oh, geez, Funny Moon's here too. Oh yes, Lord Terra. I have seen those pictures too. My chat is not working on my TV for my other streams. So if you're watching on YouTube, hello, welcome. And if you're watching on Twitch, then hello and welcome. Otherwise, we're hanging out here on the old Instagram. The old Instagram. So yeah, as I was saying, Happy Gilmore 2, overall, enjoyable. Obviously not as good as number one. And as I said, a bit disappointed that a few catchphrases from the original didn't make it in. And if you are planning to watch it because you're a fan of the original, I would suggest maybe revisiting the original before you watch the sequel, because there are a lot of the jokes rely on remembering the first movie quite well. But I mean, they do enough to remind you of what it relates to. Try not to be spoilery. Anyway, a couple of nice cameos. And yeah, I overall very cool. Probably enjoyed the first half more than the second half, or the first two acts more than the third act, maybe. But yeah, it was good. Yeah, Fantastic Four was amazing, fantastic even, and yeah, that was it. That was my whole thing. Oh, people are liking Happy Gilmore. Nice. Yeah, you said that you wish you could have done something more with your K-pop Demon Hunter picture. It was a last-minute sketch for my daughter. That's why I was trying to do it for my kid. But man, I just can't get it. It's not clicking. So I'm jealous that you pulled off something, even if that was a last-minute one. It looks really good. So well done, and you translate it into your style really nicely. Hoopers1985 says, loved Happy Gilmore 2, nostalgic. Yep. And Ray saw it as well. So it is, yeah, it was fine. Why did they not include the phrase, okay, I'm going to have to paraphrase now, that's how bad I am. You know, when he says, when the ball doesn't go in the hole, in the cup, he says, why won't you go into your home? Don't you like your home? Whatever it is, you know what I mean. Bit disappointed we didn't get that one. I did have a chuckle at the cemetery scene, which sort of gives us our cameos of all the characters we couldn't have back. But yeah, some nice cameos. Definitely heavy on the nostalgia. Glad to see MJF from AEW Wrestling as one of his sons. Wasn't as impressed with Becky Lynch's from WWE for her character, I guess. Yeah, man, it was fun. So I'm now I just don't know how much to repeat because I don't know who's coming in and going out. So I'm just going to repeat stuff in. Sorry. What was I going to say? Yeah, I thought he was going to say it at the end on the spinning hole. Exactly. That's exactly what I thought too. When it stopped, I was like, here we go. And no, a wasted opportunity. But yeah, it was fun. What was I going to say? Yeah, so I'm currently working on the next Super Unicorn Princess story, which is story 2 of book 2. And what I'm thinking is that, so I've started subscriptions on Instagram for like 99 cents. And I think the first 5 subscribers get it for like half of that or something. Anyway, not a plug. It's leading into my point that I'm working on Super Unicorn Princess 2. And I'm going to be putting sneak peeks and behind the scenes stuff as I work on it available to subscribers. So you'll get to see thumbnails and probably character designs and stuff. I don't know, like I'll sort it out as I go. Things that I think are worth sharing. And I'm thinking that, yeah, I think I said if I got to 10 subscribers, I'd start doing an extra stream a week, which would be Thursday nights in America, my Fridays. And I would work on Super Unicorn Princess stuff and viewer requests like fan art or, drawing your guys' original characters and stuff. And that would be a subscriber-only stream. So that's probably where I'm going to be sharing Super Unicorn Princess stuff. So if you want to see what's coming, then that's the way to do it on my Instagram. Lil Discouraged said, how do you put Procreate on live? Man, it took me a minute to get it to actually work. So So I have my iPad hooked up with a USB-C cable to my laptop, and then I'm using what is it called? A power mirror. I paid for the license because the free version times out after 10 minutes or something, which is useless for this sort of thing. So I paid for the lifetime license. It wasn't very expensive, and so I run that, which basically then can mirror my iPad screen, and then I put it all into OBS, and Bob's your uncle. I would like, so if you watch me on Twitch or YouTube, which I multi-stream to, you see my art a lot bigger because there's more real estate to play with. Unfortunately, with this vertical setup, I'm looking over there because that's where my laptop is. I don't want to cut any of the screen out. So basically that's as big as I can get it for the art part. So yeah, anyway. Good evening, I'm from Brazil and I'm your fan. How long will it take you to paint this work? Ooh, yeah, I don't know. We'll see. I think the last one we did on the stream was I inked it and colored a chunk. And that was 2 hours. So I don't know. Depends how much I decide to do. It's one of those things where sometimes I can't let things go and I keep adding and adding. But if we have a look at other pictures I've coloured. So like this one of Cast in Daylight by Jamie Cosley. This is my fan art. So that whole picture was 2 hours and 43 minutes. This one I did on a stream. I think I might have done almost all of it on the stream. That one, 3.5 hours. So it varies, I don't know, 2.5 hours or something. Also depends how detailed I decide to go. I'm no by any means. I am no great colorist at all. So I usually keep it pretty simple. And also on the weekend, randomly, well, not randomly, I went into a shop and because I had time before Fantastic Four, I got all my errands done a bit early and I still had about an hour. So I popped into a shop and I always go to the kids' book section. And there's a book that's been on their shelf that every time I go in I wanted to buy. But I always held off because, well, this is going to sound bad, yeah, but because of the price, right? I was going to buy it from Australia, from Amazon or something, but it was actually more expensive everywhere else. And so I just bit the bullet because I really wanted the book. And I look at it every time I go in there. Because I love the art style. It's a middle grade illustrated chapter book. I love the art style. And from what I've read so far, and even just the epilogue alone, prologue, was enough to hook me into the writing side of it as well. And it's this book, Scarlet, Defender of the Universe, by James Davis, and illustrated by Dottie Sutton. And I now follow Dottie Sutton and James Davis on Instagram, and her work is really cool. I think it's at Dottie Illustrates from memory, but if you Google Dottie Sutton, you will find it, and well worth a follow, I would say. So yeah, I'm enjoying what I've read so far. What else did I pick up? I picked up the sequel, but I'm finally getting around to reading the first one, Super Epic Dragon Quest, by Adam Wallace, with illustrations by James Hart, the same team that does one of my daughter's favorite series, Fart Boy. Now these, I believe, are based out of Australia, so I don't know about the availability in the US or England or anything. But yeah, my daughter really loves the Fart Boy series, and so I wanted to try Super Epic Dragon Quest by the same creative team. So far, it's not disappointing. Gosh, my chat's having a real time of it today. Gosh, at this point, I might just give up on one of those other platforms, and I might just move everything to Instagram. Probably get banned for saying that now. So, I said he wasn't going to be a Yeti, and now I've coloured him as such. So that's not great, because I would have done different design elements. That's alright. It'll do for now. It's not an official picture or anything. Now, is that a compliment or is that a criticism? That's a good question. And I gave him a tail, which I understand. Yetis and Sasquatches don't historically have to that degree, but hey, whatever, man. Now, the next thing I have to do for Super Unicorn Princess is I have to start working on the cover for book 2. I am working on what I'm going to call the book, because I want the title to encapsulate all 3 stories. I was just going to call it Super Unicorn Princess 2, but it doesn't appear that that's going to fly. Then I've got to figure out what I want to do for the cover. So we'll see, because the first cover was just her, Super Unicorn Princess, because she was the star. Well, it had a couple of bad guys in the back, in the background. So maybe I'll just do something similar to that. We referred to book 1 as the blue book, because obviously the blue colouring. The second one I'm thinking is going to be green, which will tie into sort of the 3 stories inside. Oh, might have just thought of a title. Gosh, how do I fill in the colours? Oh, right. Well, there's a couple of ways you can do it. The way most people do it, well, all you got to do is hold down the colour up the top. I can't point. So up here, on the colour picker, just hold the colour you want, and just, it's not working now. Why is it not working? So hang on, let's just change the colour. So yeah, and just drag the colour down to where you want to fill it. So normally people would set the ink layer to reference, and then on the colour layer, when you drop, it'll just flood fill. But because, as you can see, I leave a lot of gaps, I usually go over the line work at the end and sort of I don't know, make it look nice, make it look more uniform, I guess. So it doesn't work for me doing it that way. So that's why you see me that's why you see me doing something like this, not usually on the thin parts, and then you can just drag it down because you've made your own border so it won't flood out. Does that make sense? That wasn't a good example because normally something thin like that I'll just do, but and once you've got a color in, then you can obviously just replace the color if you want to. However, beware, because something like this, where it's all on the same layer, anything that touches another thing. So if I wanted him to be yellow, it wouldn't work. See, it's going to change everything. It's alright if it's something like these rocks, because they were by themselves. So just something to keep in mind, I guess. Hopefully that makes sense. But even now, I still find tips and tricks all over TikTok. I mean, I found out how to, a nicer way to do your shadows and highlights than what I was doing, which I do incorporate sometimes. There's definitely a nicer way to do it, which I'll get to at some point, I'm sure, during this. And obviously if you're wanting to reference a color you've already got, you can just hold it down on that color to color pick. So for example here I couldn't use the flood fill, because if I do, it's going to change everything. So what you could do is just do another layer, because then it would work. So for these rocks I'm just going to add in my own, because I want this color specifically, I guess. When it comes to maybe when we do the Yeti, there's other ways you can do it. So what you could do, so if you put a layer above, set this one by clicking on the end, set it to soft light. Then just start with black. You can always work down the shades, but then it's going to give you that darker value. But the good thing is you don't have to change the color, because it's not a good example on this one. Let's try it on Super Unicorn Princess. This will be too dark for her because I have certain colors for her, but okay. So for example, you can just it does it all without you having to change colors. That's basically what I'm saying. They aren't quite the colors I like for her, but I mean you can change the opacity and get it down to something you like. Or obviously you can lighten up the black, so it's not so dark. Which is a good way to do stuff, and I do that on some of my pictures. Depends what look you want to go for, I guess. Anyway, it's just a tip I found out recently, which I thought was quite handy. TikTok has become invaluable for me, for just like if I need to figure out how to do something in any of the programs I use, someone tends to know how to do it. I use the clipping mask a lot. I used to always just use multiply, because obviously if you do multiply, actually as you were saying, put a clipping mask on, because then you don't go over the lines, which you do just by clicking on the layer and clipping mask. And I used to just change this one to multiply. Then you've got to be careful. You can't really use the same color you had underneath because it's quite dark. Depends what you're trying to do. You know, something like that. See, multiply does it. The only problem is it's multiplying that color. So when you go to purple, see it's a bit wonky when you go to the pink. Whereas if you did it with the soft light, and then the dark color, and you can just yeah, you can see what I'm trying to say, right? I don't know. Anyway, like, I'm no master at Procreate by any means. I'm sure people watch going, there's much easier ways to do what you're doing. But you find the ways that work for you. And that's fine. I don't know what road signs look like in America. Probably should Google that. Anyway. One of them is green now. So where are we at? Okay, so I'll put a layer underneath that. And a layer underneath that. And a layer underneath Super Unicorn Princess. So we can do the white parts we forgot. Move that one under there, we can use it for both. I did not do a very good job of colouring at all. Gosh. This is where using your line art layer as a reference layer works better. Green in Florida, good. I must have seen it somewhere. I mean, obviously it's in every single movie. So good enough. I'm more basing it on those photos I see when I Google of like New York and stuff where they've got like 100 signs on one pole. So would they both be green, or would that one be white and maybe say no parking? That could be good. Loading zone. Where is that? Yeah. Let's get rid of that. So normally I draw that underneath, so obviously I wouldn't have that problem, but I need it to be where it is for now, and we can hide it later when we do when we go over the inks. So it's not a massive problem. Because what I want to, it's going to be in 2 parts. Gosh, that's annoying. Okay, it is what it is. So I need it to be here. And we'll drop it down to 70. For this one, it needs to be above, which will cause a little bit of issue around here, which we'll fix up later. Yeah, we'll drop that one. So that way we still get the black lines getting covered, so it matches with the colors fading out. And because I did it that way, we have to won't get it exact because it'll get hidden later anyway. Oh, people in the chat chatting amongst themselves. That's good. Okay. Phase Man Press 81. Love your art style. Thank you very much. Now buy your books. Yeah, at the moment, unfortunately, the bad news is that in the US, well, I mean, I don't know where everyone's chatting from, but so 14th of August is the release date in the UK. Apparently in Australia and New Zealand it's the 12th. That's what it says online. Obviously I'm in New Zealand. Obviously. Well, in the US, a different publisher is releasing Super Unicorn Princess, and they're not releasing it till 2026 in North America. Which it is what it is. That's publishing, man. But makes it a bit hard on my social medias when the majority of my followers are from North America, and I keep peddling my book or shilling my book or whatever you want to call it, and then people actually want it and they can't get it, which is not helpful, but it is what it is. And obviously I will start re-shilling volume 1 when it is coming out. Hooper's 995. I've just pre-ordered volume. Oh, thanks, man. Appreciate that. Volume 11. Oh man, don't even. Oh my gosh. Oh my gosh. Where's that purple dot come from? Oh, yeah, that's unhelpful, Mike. So, for Hooper's 1985, because using Procreate, one tip is once you've found the pen that you want, I use, for my outlines, I use the standard technical pen that just came with Procreate. And if I'm coloring, I tend to use Studio Pen, which also just came with Procreate. But for my technical pen, if you go into the properties of the pen, the brush, whatever, you go to stabilization, and I turn that one up to max under the amount value, and all the rest at none. Which means I sort of get a nicer line, and it looks a bit smoother. It doesn't sort of come out, you know, like if I use a different pen. I've started recently also playing with excuse me, with dry ink. Depending on what I'm drawing. So I was doing some illustrations. So I've started writing a chapter book. It would be an illustrated middle grade chapter book. Hopefully one day. And so I've been doing some illustrations. So I was roughing them out just using that dry ink pen. As well as the 6B pencil, which just comes with Procreate as well. So these are just some sketches. Where's the other guy? Here he is. I think I did this one with the same pen, and also this one. So it's not too bad. But obviously for my comic stuff, I'm going to use a technical brush. So it's just a nice line with no texture. I mean, I can show you more stuff. It just depends on what people want to see, really. I mean, I can't show everything. Bariatric mic joint. That's me. That's my other Instagram. I realized I haven't used for 2 years. I started it after I had my weight loss surgery, and for about 2 years, and then let it slip. So but I'm using it to watch this, so I can actually check the comments and respond to you guys. Anyway, the cool thing is, if you come into the chat, and depending on when you come into the chat, there's plenty of people here who use Procreate. So even if I don't know the answer, someone will. You guys are being too kind in the chat. What do you want to see? I was going to do this God of War one. I think I was, what's the sports term? I don't watch sports. Except for wrestling. Boxing above my weight, is that the phrase? I don't know. Because it's going to have the Cyclops defeated in the background, and then Kratos. That was just from memory. I have to actually go and find a picture of Kratos and do him properly. But Oh, I did answer last time. I have a USB-C cable from my iPad over to my laptop, and I use an app called A Power Mirror. I paid for the full version because the free version only gives you 10 minutes at a time, then cuts you off, which doesn't work for a stream. It wasn't very expensive though. And it works like a dream, actually. It's been very good. So I basically just do that, and then I put so yeah, once the app is loaded and it's got my iPad on my laptop screen, I put it in as a what do I have it as? A window capture, I think, in OBS. And yeah, Bob's your uncle. So that is how I do that. So yeah, anyway, this was my Kratos, my God of War picture. Maybe once I find a reference picture, because like I said, I was doing it from memory. So, you know, I have to figure it out. But maybe that's something I'll work on. I don't know. It might, as I said, might be boxing above my, I don't know. Whatever the saying is, sports fans. He's a little pirate. For a comic idea I have, I've got to try and convince my agent that pirates are still cool. Need another Pirates of the Caribbean movie just for that to help me out. But this one was going to be the adventures of this guy who's a squirrel who's always wanted to be a pirate. And this guy who's a, wait for it, salty old sea dog, who is his best friend and agrees as a birthday present to train him up to be a pirate. And so they go on adventures and stuff. So maybe. This was my wrestling idea. About a little kid who carries on the luchador legacy of his family to save the world from monsters. But I'm probably going to wait until K-pop Demon Hunters settles down because it's sounding a bit too similar. So yeah, that's unfortunate timing. What else have we got that I can show you? Oh, this is this guy again from this chapter book idea I have. Where is that? Well, that's going to annoy me. It's there. Must have a thing for Cyclopses. A couple of little squirrel girls there. Yeah, man. You see, if you watch my live streams, you end up getting to see a lot of stuff that doesn't see the light of day. It's stuff I start and abandon because I don't like where it's going or I can't figure it out. Prior to the stream, I deleted all my K-pop Demon Hunter ones. So, the keel appeal, hopefully that helped. I probably rushed through it, but yeah, A Power Mirror is the app, and it does really well. Wednesbury Season 2 of One Piece live action comes out in 2026. Hit your agent with the pirate stuff then. Yes. But does that show do well? The live action one? I started watching Season 1, but I haven't watched the anime. So I really want to do my pirate story. I have another graphic novel, a kid's one, that I really, 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 really want to do. But obviously I'm busy. But I want to sell that book. So yeah, I don't know. I'm really passionate about it. I hope it sees the light of day. It's not the pirate one, it's a different one. But I don't want to say it because it's I think it's random enough that I'm safe that if I sit on it, no one's ever going to steal it, like by accident. Like I had a story I wanted to do at one point about a cat adventurer, which I'm still going to do, but I have to change the story completely because the original story was going to be that he spent his life going on all these adventures, and he was reckless because he's a cat and he has 9 lives. But then he finds himself on a quest where he's exhausted 8 of his 9 lives and he's only got 1 left. But the quest, and so he retires and he doesn't want to do quests anymore because he could actually for real die. And then he's approached by a stranger to go on this quest to collect this artifact, which if he's successful could actually restore his 9 lives. And I was like, that's pretty cool. Right, and then Puss in Boots came out, and I'm pretty sure, I didn't watch it, but from what I could tell by the trailer, it's essentially the same thing, so that sucked. But anyway, this other story that I'm passionate about, it's random enough that if I sit on it, I can't see it ever getting accidentally used, if that makes sense, because it is random. But also that means I don't want to share it because then it is out there. But it's a buddy. It's for junior readers, possibly even younger than Super Unicorn Princess. Yeah, it's like a buddy adventure, and I really like it. I like the characters, and I really want it to see the light of day. Also, I've got my Saber the Barbarian. But if I continue on with my Barbarian chapter book, that'll probably have to be shelved. Because you don't want to become the Barbarian guy. Okay, just checking the chat and then I'll get back to it. I use a Wacom Intuos with a laptop and Medibang paint. The Wacom doesn't include talent. Oh, don't be so hard on yourself. I had a Wacom, I had a Cintiq for a while until I got the iPad Pro. However, now I wish I still had a pen display for my laptop because I want to start learning Blender, Moho animation, all of that cool stuff. But I really want to do it on my display. And even though I can on another app mirror my laptop to my iPad, the resolution isn't great. So if Wacom AUNZ or XPen NZ wants to hook me up with a pen display, I will use it on my streams as much as you want. Shameless. I'm a shameless sellout, but I will do it. Hooper says, your stuff is just incredible. You're way too kind. Yeah, since I've got into the world of publishing, okay, hang on. I've got a note to reply to from my pal Jamie Cosley. I'll do that after the stream. What was I saying? Yeah, so since getting into the whole publishing world, I've been a lot more... I've started to learn to become a lot more tight-lipped. Is that the right word? Because I don't want... Because stuff moves so slowly in publishing, I don't want to give away an idea that it takes me a long time to get to, and in the meantime someone else goes and does it, and then dang it. You know, not saying that my ideas are all awesome or anything, just, you know, it's a risk that it happens. And also, like I said, there's those bad timing situations like the Puss in Boots one. I was really proud of myself for that story, and I was gutted. But anyway, the character will appear in something at some point because I really like the character. It'll just have a different story. He can't pop up in Super Unicorn Princess because he's an anthropomorphic cat. Sorry, I've been ignoring the chat on Twitch. Did pretty well, all things considered. The anime is just way too long for me. 1,000. Yeah. So that's my whole problem with anime, right? I was so not into anime for a long time once we started getting flooded with cheap looking TV shows back in the day. And I sort of went off it. Not stuff like Studio Ghibli and stuff. I'm talking about the TV stuff. And recently, I've been wanting to dip my feet back in. But all of the popular ones are, like you say, Winsberry on Twitch, thousands of episodes in, or like 7 different series in. So I wanted to try Naruto for a while. I wanted to try Dragon Ball. That's just not going to happen. And I wanted to try One Piece. And there was another one, but I can't remember what it is now. And it's hard. So these live action remakes are kind of good in a way for people like me and I guess you, for that same thing. Hey, Dove Designs, what's up? Also, Winsberry says, am I even saying that right? Like, seriously. I used my iPad Pro a long time, switched to Wacom. I have more real estate on my screen. Also, don't use Procreate. Yeah. So I've got Clip Studio on my iPad, but I've never used it because Procreate just seems a lot easier. But I know those other programs can probably do more stuff, especially when it comes to comics and graphic novels and stuff. So now I sort of really do regret not having a pen display for my laptop. I sort of went all in on iPad and Procreate, and I should have not. I mean, yeah, I do all my comic stuff on Procreate and iPad, but I wish I still had my pen display so I could do other stuff. So once again, if Wacom AUNZ or XPN or Huion or anyone wants to hook me up, I'll shill your product. Sell out Mike. Anyway, enough of that. Going pretty good. How's it going? It is going good, man. That's Dove Designs on Twitch. Going good. Yeah. As you know, saw Fantastic Four. I know you did as well. We've talked about it a lot already on here. Happy Gilmore was also watched. K-Pop Demon Hunters was also watched. And I'm halfway through Ballerina. The John Wick movie. One moment, I'm just bringing the chat back up on my I accidentally switched back to my other account. How do I get to my... This used to be so much easier on Instagram, I'm sure. There we go. Cool. Like the hoodie. Thank you very much. I need to get another one because you know what? I bought this hoodie from a place in New Zealand that does, you know, printing stuff on hoodies and t-shirts and stuff. And because they had a sale, I didn't know if they'd be any good or whatever. And I brought this hoodie and it's the most comfortable hoodie that I have, that I own. So if you see me wearing it a lot on stream, it's not necessarily because I'm trying to promote Super Uniform Princess. It is because it is actually my most comfortable hoodie. So I'm actually going to order some more. I wish you could order them blank. Because I don't need my art on all my clothes. But we'll see. Definitely have to get more. Their t-shirts were good too. So blue tees, they were called. That only helps if you're in New Zealand though. So anyway, that was not an ad. I was just commenting on the comment. Fantastic Four was really good. You'll have to show me a reed cup. I wish I lived in America because I would have been awfully tempted to buy that. What was it, like $80 popcorn dispenser, the popcorn thing, the Galactus one. I want it. I need to have more friends in America who I can say, go buy me this thing. I'll send you the money. Because that looked What did we say? The kids say that slapped. Slapped. Yeah. So Winsbury says on Twitch, I came from graphic design, so I stayed in the Adobe ecosystem. Oh, still even with all the controversy, I know they have still the industry standard stuff though. It's just easier than switching in the long run. Yeah, hard out. I get it. I wanted the Herbie popcorn bucket. Oh, I didn't see that one. Oh, yeah, I'd probably want that one too. They are huge amounts of money, but the collector's one looks so good. Isn't that what kids say? That slapped? I'm sure it is. Am I still 10 years behind? Fire up. We had this conversation on an early Twitch stream. Like, because my kid used to go around going, man, that's so buns. Like, as in, it's bad. And I was like, what the? That can't be a real thing. And I came to learn it was a real thing. And then I was trying to think what the opposite was. The positive to the to buns being negative. And I'm pretty sure the consensus was it still slaps. Anyway, that's what that collector's popcorn bucket is. It slaps hard. Now I feel like Steve Buscemi in which movie was it? Where was it? It wasn't Billy Madison. It's got the meme, you know, where he's like, "What's up, fellow young people," or whatever it is. Ray said, my 13-year-old is one of the rare few boys that doesn't get into all that lingo, so I have no clue. Yeah, my kids are, well, I mean, he was the one walking around saying buns, thanks to YouTube. But, yeah, mine are only like 7 and 9. The twins are 7, the elder one is 9. I realize now that I haven't been drawing for a while, so apologies for those who are here for the art and I'm not doing my part. It's more sparkle than she has in the comics, man. I'm here for it. 13 and 6. That is a massive gap. Oh my gosh. If my first kid had got to 13, I'd be like, no way I'm doing all that again. So well done to you. Props to you. See, that's from my days. Props. I know about you after Tiny Titans. That was Art Baltazar. But written by Franco, who writes Chase Beddington, which we created together. And I drew, coming out in November from Paper Cuts. Plug. I wish I had. Maybe I do. I have a version, not the final version of the cover. Oh my gosh, you're going to see too much now. Oh, Lee, where is it? Oh, here we go. This is not the final cover, but this is close to it. Chase Beddington, my book that's coming out in November. Here it is. There's a lot of lag on the stream I'm watching, sorry. So that is... I hate to say this because it's not really true, But if Super Unicorn Princess is my girls' book, then Chase is my boys' book. But I feel like Super Unicorn Princess has enough in there for boys as well. There shouldn't be a such thing as girls' books and boys' books anyway. You know? That's like saying Powerpuff Girls was just for girls. That's a load of bollocks. Anyway, Chase Speedington coming out in November from Paper Cuts. The legend, one half of the team behind Tiny Titans, Franco. We co-created the book together. He wrote it, I drew it. It was a blast. And it is coming out soon. That's what the promotional train will move to once Super Unicorn Princess is out. So get ready for the shillings. Am I like, what is the etiquette on Instagram live? Like, obviously people can see the comments if they're watching the live, but because I multi-stream, the comments aren't bouncing between everything. So if I read out the comments, is that a bad thing? I don't know. I mean, they're public enough on Instagram. I don't know. Anyway, I say that because I want to reply to Ray's one, which said Rivers was not expected at all. And I was like, well, yeah, that was my assumption with this. And it completely not, that sounds really bad. But yeah, with that age gap, that is a big gap, man. I remember when I used to work at one of my previous jobs, and a guy I was friends with, his kid had just started school, so he or she, I can't remember if it was a boy or a girl, was 5. And then his wife got pregnant. I was like, no, you just got past all the hard stuff. You've shipped them off to school, so you get your days back. And they've had another one. And, because see, we had ours, all, well, 2 years apart, so none of them were at school. So just get it over and done with, right? Although we didn't expect twins, to be fair. That was a blessing. That's what we kept getting told at the hospital. So yeah, no, they're cool. They're cool kids most of the time. Oh, you asked? Okay, so I can't read them up. Good. I just don't want to be stepping on anyone's toes. Wilson Stegmeyer says, "I love your style and Batman animated illustrations." Thanks. I haven't done one of those for a while. I should do some more of those. Batman animated. What a show! What a show! Right, we're up to. Right, I was going to do this clipping. Don't need a clipping mask really, because it's the bottom layer anyway. Start somewhere like that, and we'll see how it goes. Put an airbrush on. I realize I sounded really mean by saying whatever I said. Yeah. Gosh, it's really hard to read these comments because they're over my art and it's blending in. I can read it over here. It says education high school river graduates from 5th grade. So 5th grade is what, 10? I try to work this out because we don't use grades like that in New Zealand. But I figure if I just take whatever the grade is and add 5 years, that's usually the right age for the kid, if I'm not mistaken. Oh, and oops, I have 3 boys. Eldest is 18. Now I've got a 4-year-old daughter. Does that beat? That beats the age gap that Ray had. Any other takers? Come on. That is, wow. I don't think I could do the whole baby thing again, man. Like, gosh. Like you get into some weird algorithm loop on TikTok and you see all these like funny baby videos and you're like, oh man, that's so cool. But then hopefully you hit one where a baby's crying and you're like, oh yeah, nah. Am I sounding like real bad? Like by saying all this stuff? Probably. But honestly, man, that newborn cry, whew, no thank you. No, thank you. Also, I probably shouldn't say it on the stream because it's pretty gross, but that first poop they have, that liquid black one, that ain't cool. Nobody told me about that one. Far out. Anyway, let's move on because this is getting gross. Isn't muted the right word? That sounds harsh. Unofficial chocolate of the stream, Milky Bar Classic by Nestle. Sorry, it's just because I need a piece. This is amazing. This chat on the stream is amazing. This is what I'm here for. No, Donkey Kong looks much better than this. Gosh, sorry, I've ignored Dove Designs on Twitch. I can't switch either because of After Effects. See, After Effects is something I want to learn, but not until I get a pen display. So once again, someone tag at WacomAUNZ for me in the IG chat. I will show your stuff. Right. Dove Design said the Herbie is actually a popcorn holder and drink holder that has a little projector in his eye that shines the F4 logo. I need this in my life. It's so sick. It slaps, bro. It slaps. $115 on eBay. Yeah, I don't probably want it that much. That's US dollars too. That's like double in my dollars. Gosh. See, that's why I can put my subscriptions on Instagram, plug, at 99 cents. Because even though Apple and Google take 30% of that, leaving me with only 66 cents if my math is mathing, that's like, probably goes back up to just over $1 in New Zealand dollars. So anyway, now I've gone into the chat and I'm so into the chat, I've stopped drawing, so sorry. So this is not good. I should be drawing. Check your Twitter DM when you get a chance. I'll do it now. Because if everyone's already mad at me for not drawing, it's not going to be madder. So let's have a look. Something's up with my Twitter messages as well, eh? Like when I click into DMs, it takes forever to load. Half the time it says can't load your DMs. I'm just so over it. But I was like this close to hitting 2,000 followers on Twitter, and I didn't want to just like throw it away. Plus, a lot of book people are still on Twitter, so whatevs. Herbie popcorn bucket, bro, for real? Oh, that's like a full-on toy. I wouldn't put popcorn in it. I wouldn't put a drink in it. That is cool, man. Can that come up on the, look at that. And then it shines the F4 logo. That does indeed slap. Oh, it's not even when I'm charging my phone, it's like all the time. I'm just, man. I'm on all the social medias. I haven't cancelled any of them. I'm just trying to find my way back onto Instagram so I can have the chat. Sorry, I am going to draw. Promise. How do we get back to it? Oh, I am old. Technology. Here we go. Right, we're back. Okay, someone's mocking me for saying slaps too much. I was in a live with Tom Bancroft during Mermaid. I asked him way too many questions. He ended up being almost a 2-hour sketch. I don't mind, man. I'm here for the chat. It's been so good. And this is what I wanted, man. This is, I don't know if I said it on my last IG stream, but people call it IG. My last Insta stream. I definitely said on Twitch that the reason I started this streaming thing was because when this became my job and I started working from home, you don't have anyone to talk to. Probably do get more work done, however. But this is why I did it. So at least twice a week, and get some chat, some interaction. And being an introvert of sorts, I don't particularly like going out if I don't have to. I was at one point, before I had my office built in it took over part of my garage and built this office. But before I had that, there were points, especially in the school holidays, that I was going to go and do all my Super Unicorn Princess stuff down at the public library, because it's just at the bottom of my street, which is handy. But then I thought, it's one of those things that if you do that, it's one of those things that attracts people, and then you're going to have people like watching you while you do it, and I don't like that. Ha! I say as I do it. I just realized live on here. But looking over your shoulder is different. So I am making sense, so shush. Anywho. Dove Designs. At Cinemark, they had a fantastic popcorn bucket. Man, as much as I would never convince my wife to live in America because of all the bad stuff you see on the news all the time. And the dude who's in charge. And all this unfortunate, very unfortunate stuff with things that happen at schools and stuff. There's just days like this. And this is really not supposed to be... gosh, that's going to sound bad now because I brought that bad stuff up. And I'm saying sometimes I wish I lived in America so I could take advantage of stuff like popcorn buckets. That is really bad. Oh, I've got to delete this live. All right. Someone's going to cancel me. But also toys. So that didn't help. Like there's this new wave of WWE toys that are coming out, and they're modeled on the ones I had like when I was really little, like the ones that they're not posable, they're the big solid rubber ones. Same company who made the originals, same style, but all the new wrestlers. Target exclusive. We don't have Target in New Zealand. Son of a gun. It's buns, bro. It's buns. Buns can't still be a thing. Anyway. So yeah, sometimes there's things I'm like, I wish I was over there. Maybe I just need to do a holiday. That would be the obvious answer, wouldn't it? But that's one day when I'm rich. I'll set aside a few days just for shopping over there, maybe, so I can buy all the stuff I can't get here. And also try and go to a 4DX cinema. Right, I'll shut up now. I'll get there. I'm finding the thing. Here it is. I go to. See, the whole Halloween thing is weird too. Not weird as in that it's not a weird thing, a concept or anything. It's weird that it has leaked out of America. Like when I was a kid, a long time ago, when I had to walk 5 miles in the snow. No. When I was a kid, Halloween wasn't really a thing over here at all. And now it is trying to be. So, but it is not quite caught on to the point where, oh, golly gee. Sounding like Steve Rogers or Superman. What was I saying? Something about Halloween. Yeah, so it's tried to catch on over here. But not to the point where there's enough people participating in terms of the people who are at the house with the lollies, with the candy, I guess is what you would say. So there's a lot of kids who want to walk around and knock on doors and trick-or-treat and stuff. But the ratio to people actively participating in the handing out of candy is not there. So we just take our kids up to a, what do they call it? So there's this local church in my area that does a light party, I think they call it. And all the kids can go dressed up in costume and stuff, and they put on activities, and there's like candy and games and fun stuff. My kids just do that. Because one, I need my kids to have a much clearer understanding of stranger danger. And two, I just don't want them to be those kids who knock on a door and then get told no because it's not as big a thing over here. Man, this just... Oh, I just derailed this whole thing, didn't I? So anyway, yeah, stuff. So... right. It's the one truly American holiday that can't leak out to anywhere else is Thanksgiving, for obvious reasons. So that's one we don't have, and that one alone boggles my mind. Like, I mean, I understand what it is and stuff, but it's like a month before Christmas. So over here, Christmas is our big one, although obviously it falls in the summer. So when you're listening to Christmas carols like "I'm Dreaming of a White Christmas," it's doesn't quite gel, you know. Anyway, moving on. People are coming into this live going, "Hey, what's this guy drawing? Why is he talking about Halloween and whatnot?" Fortnite announces 2 new game modes. Well. One of them must be the 6-player squads. Hey, Dove Designs. Oh, hang on. America is a real-life GTA server. That's my problem. Like, there's shallow things that I want to live there for, like the toys and stuff that you can't get over here. But there's all the GTA server stuff. That's a good way to put it. I shouldn't say that because I'm not American. I'll sound like I'm being anti. I didn't even know how to pronounce that. Like, man, there's so many things I have to try, even though I know they're probably not good, just because you can't try them anywhere else. We just got, very recently, like in the last few years, I've started springing up everywhere, is Taco Bell. You know, we don't have things like Chick-fil-A, or anything like that. We've got the standards: McDonald's, Burger King. There's still a few Wendy's around. Pizza Hut and Domino's. I think what other ones we might have. We got our very first Wahlburgers, which I haven't been to because it's far away from where I am. Far away. It's like an hour and a bit drive probably, but ain't nobody got time for that. Look at this bad tangent I've done. See? There is some art stuff on here still. So regardless of what it sounded like to all my American friends here, I'm not anti. So don't be thinking otherwise. Five Guys. I've heard of it, I believe, but I haven't. We don't have it. Christmas in summer. So you can understand that I once was fortunate enough to be able to spend Christmas in the UK with a friend of mine. Hey, you should go and follow, by the way, at Mr. Hope, Mr. Mister, the whole word, Hope. He's got awesome art. He's a good pal of mine. So anyway, I got to spend Christmas with him and his family one year, and it did snow a little bit, which was kind of cool for me. I remember when I first moved to Holland. I was living in Amsterdam for a little while, and I moved over there in the winter, and our company had provided us with apartments for like the first, I don't know, couple of weeks or something. Then we had to find our own places. So a lot of us were living in the same building, and I got a text one morning from one of my colleagues, from my friend Nick, and he was like, "Look out your window," and it was like it had snowed like proper overnight. Everything was white, and oh my gosh, it was like the first time I went to Disneyland. I was just like a child. I was just so excited, and quickly realized I needed to go to a sports shop and buy a whole lot of winter stuff, like not even sports stuff, but you know, like snow boots and things, so I could actually walk around. Oh man, that was an experience. But yeah, over here, summer's and Christmas, but our Christmas carols are the same. It's not weird. It's not weird. Come on. It's 2 a.m. here. I must go to bed. Yes, yeah, it will be getting up there over in the old UK there. But I've really appreciated this chat. So I hope we cross paths again on a future live. Now these two are touching, which doesn't look excellent, but I can cheat. It's probably not actually going to work because the line's too thick. And also on the wrong. It's on the right there. Hang on. Keep up the good work. Thank you very much. And we'll join the next time. Awesome. Which I believe, what is today again? Tuesday. So Thursday. So Wednesday night. Wednesday night will be the next one. Probably will start an hour earlier like it was supposed to today. So yeah. Very much appreciate the chat. Thank you very much. I'll go to sleep. I can't talk. I don't remember the last time I've been to bed before. 2 a.m. on a good night, 3 a.m. usually. Then up at 7. So funny that we're all on different days. It's 9 p.m. Monday here. Yeah, hang on. I'm not ignoring you, Dove Designs. Just give me a minute. So funny that we're all on different days. Yeah, man. Like that's why it's so hard. Like New Zealand being the technically, I guess, first country to get the day. Does make it a little tricky. If I want to stream in my day, then it's nighttime where most other people would be watching from. I don't really seem to get a lot of Australians and Kiwis and I don't know, Southern Hemisphere people. So I try to put it at a time where I can catch as many people who might want to be on the stream. Obviously, the largest amount of my followers on Instagram are North America. The UK is a hard one because it's essentially, what'd you say it was? 2. So, gosh, maths. 11? Let's say 11 hour difference. Which makes it interesting because my agent and publisher are all based in the UK too. Like for example, me and Mr. Hope have been wanting to do a stream together. But yeah, the time difference can be a bit hard with the UK. Yeah, and I'm the one who's always in the future because I'm sitting on Tuesday. What's the time? 1:05 p.m. on a Tuesday. Which means WWE Raw has started an hour ago. For anyone who cares, I care. Finitude Art, did I say that right? Hopefully. That looks so cool. Thank you very much. Thanks for jumping on the live. Hopefully I didn't take too long to comment and then missed you. So Dove Designs said... Oh, Buc-ee's. Okay. It's basically the Disney World of gas stations. Oh, that's amazing. See? America. I'm totally going to end up over there at some point. I said it on the last stream, I think. My wife really wants to take the kids to Disneyland. We also want to do a trip one day without the kids to New York. I'm hoping that one day I create a book that is popular enough that a Comic-Con goes, I should bring this guy over as a guest. Because that would also be cool. You have to have pipe dreams. New York, where everything bad that happens in the MCU. Everything good too, man. No, wait. Tony Stark became Iron Man in Afghanistan in the movies, Vietnam in the books. Captain America became Captain America. That was in America, but it was in World War II. Come on, some of those superheroes. Spider-Man got bit by a radioactive spider in New York. And while most people would think that's a bad thing, mostly turned out alright for him. But New York without the kids, because I don't really think it's a kid place. There's not like, you know, there's no Disneyland and stuff. Gotta go and see King Kong's hangout. Gotta go and see Statue of Liberty. You know, all the tourist stuff. So, oh, no, it's too early to talk about Fantastic Four. I have some theories. So have we, as a collective fandom of things, agreed on what the appropriate time frame is before we can start talking spoilers and stuff? A week seems too short. No spoilers. 100%. But at some point, I have to be allowed to talk about stuff. So, like, Superman's been out for a few weeks. Are we allowed to talk about Superman yet? Because I don't want to be the douche guy who gives stuff away, but, I mean, there's got to be a statute of limitations or something, right? Also, are there any other big movies coming out this year? Don't say Tron, that looks like garbage. Also, it's got Jared Leto, so it's garbage. Personal opinions. Is there anything else? There's that Paul Thomas Anderson movie with Leonardo DiCaprio. That's not like a big movie. Bad Guys 2. Oh, The Rock's new movie, The Smashing Machine's coming out. And as much as I've gone off that guy, and I was a lifelong fan, man, the trailer for that movie looked pretty good. Frankenstein, yes. Frankenstein, yes. Guillermo del Toro. Yes. Oscar Isaac. Other people whose names escape me right now. Yes, I'm always there for Del Toro. Still dig his Hellboy movies, man. I didn't watch the David Harbour Hellboy movie because I heard it was not good. I did watch the Crooked Man one where they tried to make it into a horror movie. It was alright. But nothing beats those Del Toro ones. But this coming from a non-diehard Hellboy comic fan, so maybe I'm wrong. His work is always good, that's right. Pan's Labyrinth is still up there, man. I didn't watch that other one with gosh, what was it? Crimson Peak? That sounds like a soap opera. Is that what it was called? I want to watch F1 as well. I know that's current, but it's one of those movies I wait till it comes to my TV at home. But I do enjoy Brad Pitt movies a lot of the time. The one thing I think I'm going to start a rewatch on is Peacemaker, because season 2 is coming out next month. And also I want to listen to the new podcast that James Gunn is doing. He's rewatching Peacemaker. Because I dug that show, it was quite good. Shape of Water. That was very good. Me and my friends used to do a podcast where we would watch a movie and come and talk about it, like so many other podcasts do, except we don't really know what we're talking about. And one of them was Shape of Water, and yeah, that movie was very good. Because also I really like, gosh, what was her name? Sally Hawkins, is that it? The female lead in it, who's Paddington Bear's mum in the Paddington movies. Well, in the first one anyway. Don't know if she's in the other ones. Because for some reason I still haven't got around to watching them, even though I loved that first Paddington movie. And I heard the second one's even better. So anyway. Dove Designs on Twitch said, I myth that we don't get a Marvel movie until July 2026 with Spider-Man. Yeah, so a whole year. We don't get a DC movie until... Are they clashing again? Because isn't Supergirl out in July next year? They're doing it on purpose, surely. Anyway, counter-programming. But we had 2 Marvel movies this year. 2 good ones, if you ask me. I loved Thunderbolts. New Avengers, whatever you want to call it. So... I don't know. Yeah, but still, yeah. It's... See, that means that in your mind... Marvel, or the MCU rather, has righted itself to the point where you're back to being that fan who was like, why do I have to wait for another Marvel movie for a whole year? Like we all used to. So that's positive. But yeah, next year's going to be good, man, because is Doomsday out next year as well? I'm pretty sure it is. Avengers Doomsday. So we get 2 good ones, hopefully. Very interested to see what they do with Spider-Man after how the last one ended. Especially because the confirmed cast so far does include the people they could very easily have not had to bring back if one of them wasn't his real life girlfriend. No, she's really cool. I like Zendaya. Nelson C. subscribed on YouTube. Thank you very much. Amazing. That's taking me to 234. I'm only 16 away from hitting my 250 follower goal on YouTube. 6 away from hitting my 100 goal on Twitch. Oh, hang on. We had 3. Brave New World. Oh yeah, I watched that at home. Not gonna lie. I didn't hate it though. Probably the Captain America series is the strongest overall of any of the series in the MCU. As like a self-contained thing. Front-loading 2025 with 3, make us waiting a year. Yeah, you would think that they would have kept one later. Just let Superman have... You got to have something in the summer. Yeah, I don't know. Doomsday is late 2026, yeah. Was as bad. I was going to say, it wasn't as bad. Yeah, I didn't hate it. I think I've said it before. I wanted Bucky to be Cap because I was a Winter Soldier fan, and that's what happened in the comics first. But yeah, it's probably the weakest of the 4 Captain America movies, easily, but it's still better than some other Marvel movies. That's faux show. They said, I used to be a 12 a.m. first showing for every movie kind of fan. We need that feeling again. We do need that feeling. Do you know the only time I did that was Lord of the Rings, but I think it was the 3rd one. And I went to the midnight screening, you know, the night before it officially released or whatever. And holy moly, I think the air conditioning was broke. There was a lot of people in that cinema, people in cosplay and all that. I feel sorry for them because they must have been sweating their unmentionables off, because they were in like robes and cloaks and whatnot. Anyway, that was a silly one to do because one, that movie has like 7 points where you think it's going to end. And it ain't short, but yeah, we do need that back. What's gonna bring it back? If Avengers Doomsday does really well, which one can assume it will, that could lead up to some big hype for Secret Wars, like how Infinity War and Endgame did. Is Secret Wars in 2027, or do we have to wait 2 years? We better not have to. Star Wars, yes. Oh, did I see that? Can't remember. I remember seeing when the Phantom Menace came out. This is the first time I got to see the original trilogy on the big screen, but it was the special editions or whatever. And we did it all in one day, saw all 3 of those. Saw Phantom Menace. I don't think I did any midnight screenings. Star Wars has sort of lost a lot of faith amongst people. And that's another movie that I think I enjoyed more than most was Solo. I thought that was really cool. And I thought that dude did a good job as Han Solo. And then when he popped up in Ironheart, all I could think the whole time, because he had the 5 o'clock shadow and everything, I was like, man, if Sebastian Stan ever left and you needed to recast him or recast the Winter Soldier, that dude would be the guy. Not now, obviously, because now he's already a different character in Marvel. Not that stopped them before. Wish we had got in the leader design rather than the one they reshot with 3 weeks. Yeah. Yes. The leader design wasn't strong. Especially since we had to wait over a decade. to see the leader pay off. Oh, you liked Solo? Good. I didn't think there was anyone else out there. Jeez. The fact that that was the movie that they use as the the scapegoat for cancelling all those spin-off movies. So not fair, man. I would have loved a sequel to Solo. They set all this stuff up. They blinking gave us Darth Maul, man. The one good thing, well, one of the two good things about the one of the three good things about Phantom Menace. They gave him back to I know Clone Wars did. Was it? Oh no, Rebels. One of them. But man, we could have had live action Darth Maul back. Plus more Emilia Clarke. So it's a real shame. Which one was Icarus? I have like mentally repressed the Eternals, I think. I watched it once. Can't even remember it at all. That's pretty bad. But remember when everyone was saying that Sebastian Stan should be Luke Skywalker because he looks like Mark Hamill? So what they should do to make up, what's the dude's name? The dude who played Han Solo in Solo. They should get him as Indiana Jones. See, he wouldn't do it, not after Solo, but that would sort of be like, you know, we kind of screwed you because you did nothing wrong on Solo. Because you know they're going to recast it. They even said it recently, I think. They have plans for the Indiana Jones franchise. Back when it was rumored to be Chris Pratt. That potentially could have worked. Not so much now, probably. Oh, there's that Jurassic Park movie too. I missed that one. Need to watch that when it comes to home video. Oh, we got a new person in our Discord, Will Silver. Right, everything's popping off. Is that what the kids say? Popping off? I think it is. Will we ever see Emilia Clarke again in the MCU? Man, what a waste of a person, eh? What a waste. That was... It's a shame they're going to sweep Secret Invasion under the rug for the most part. Because there were some potentially good ideas in that show. Anyway, as you know, Dove Designs on Twitch, whatever we say on the stream will come to pass. Power Rangers is rumoured to be coming to Fortnite. We suggested that. Coincidence? I think not. Dove Designs, did you see that Fortnite is introducing 6-person squads now? So now they should release the Eternals in Fortnite. I'm never going to find 4 people who want to squad up to be the Fantastic Four with me. Plus, I don't like talking on the mic, so I wouldn't be able to organize it anyway. But man, a 6-team squad, that's just insane. $1 million zillion untaxed dollars here. I don't think Epic will pay us. Yeah, 6-player squads, man. That, I don't know. If they're sticking to 100 people, no, that's probably not divisible. I don't know maths. That's why I'm an artist and I draw. I'm not a scientist or a mathematician. Whatever is divisible. I think it said how many people would be in the lobby at once. I think it was less than 100. $70, $72, something like that. I don't know. Maybe it's only 60. Speaking of, I did a squad round yesterday in Zero Build. Forgot to press fill, so I went into the game as a squad of 1, but ended up coming somewhere decent, like 6th or something. That's not too bad, eh? Considering I was up against 4 people squads. Anyway, that's boring for people. Alright, I need some more milky bar. It's going to be great listening to me eat. We still have to play at some point. Yes, we do. Yes, we do. Well, didn't see any good Twitter alerts, so I guess nothing updated in the shop today. I'm now waiting for Peacemaker, who is coming into the store soon. I'm going to assume the same week the TV show comes back. So that's one I definitely want. And The Simpsons... Is The Simpsons next? Next week? No. I think in like 10 days is when the season ends, the current season. But I thought they were going to put that Simpsons mini-season in before the Invasion season. So hopefully that's the case, because I wouldn't mind. Because from what I heard, the Battle Pass has got Homer, and that's the one I want the most. People tuning out of my live like, why is he talking about Fortnite? So, anywho. Hopefully that Simpsons season hits, that mini season. I really enjoyed that that remix season a little while ago, that mini one. That was really cool. The one where we got Snoop Dogg and Ice Spice and the new Eminem skin and someone else. The question is, how are they going to top their last Christmas event when they introduced Mariah Carey? There's no topping that. And what horror icon can they introduce this year? At Halloween. There is no topping Mariah. Absolutely not. That song, All I Want for Christmas, played in my household thanks to my son falling in love with it because of Fortnite for months. And I usually have a very strict rule that Christmas carols don't get played until the 1st of December. And they don't need to carry on past, well, Christmas, but at least the end of December. At most, rather. But that song got added to our Spotify playlist that we listened to in the car. Oy. But in saying that, yes, she's untoppable. She's Christmas, man. Unless we can get a Santa, which I was hoping for last Christmas. Anyway. Oh, Megan! That'd be a good one. Oh, yeah. How have they not done that yet? If they could do Chucky, the doll, it's playable, but make him little. That's the problem, eh? Like, there's certain characters you can't do. Ash is supposed to be coming back from Evil Dead. Which will be cool because I wouldn't mind having him in my collection. But I'm not really a horror movie person, so I don't know what else is out there that they could put in. But yeah, Megan would be good. I need to watch Megan too. Because I did like the first one. When I did my one-person squad by accident yesterday, I was the Xenomorph from Alien. Because I got that skin. I wanted Ripley. I got Ripley. I got the Xenomorph. I think it was a bundle. But I hardly ever used that actual Alien, and so I thought I'd use it yesterday. It's a very good skin. It's just a good one to do emotes with. Oh, I should have done the Bob Ross emote. Would have been ace. Anyway. Yeah, Megan is so obvious now. They have to do it. Five Nights at Freddy's. Yeah, that's another one too. I don't even know what emotes I've got set because every time I get one that I like, I set it and then it takes one of my other ones away. But I've got the guy from My Hero Academia called All Might or whatever, you know, the ha 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 one, which works really well with like Superman and stuff. And I've got one of the Hatsune Miku ones still on there because it's just hilarious when you have the big muscly guy skins and you put them in those emotes. So yeah, I don't know. It's going somewhere with that. Right, okay. I think I'm actually going to try multiply on this one because the colours are quite similar. And the soft light trick won't work very well on the light colour. So let's change the blending mode. Let's start here and we'll see how that goes. See now, the funny thing is I don't usually shade shadow or highlight Super Unicorn Princess except for the constant highlight on her hair, which is always in the same position no matter what, unless there's some sort of really extreme light. So now it's gonna be on the wrong side, but it doesn't matter. Ah, nerds! I'm gonna have to move my multiply. Oh well, just take the clipping mask off. I think it's up here somewhere. Something like that. The bye 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 emote inspired by Deadpool. Yeah, I got that one straight away. It's even better when people do it with you. It's a good one. And I'm going to say it now. I know we have agreed in the past, and it seems like on Twitter a lot of people agree that everyone is over the pen and ink skins now. I know we are. However, that Superman one, that's pretty peak, man. I think it looks really good. And I've got the Jim Lee Superman loading screen on currently, but think about that. But the more I look at it, it's like he's put all the effort into Superman in that picture, and the rest of the characters don't really stack up to his normal level of awesome, I guess. I didn't use the Superman mythic, which is weird because I got to use the Imperial Destroyer during Star Wars, and I got to use the Godzilla during Godzilla. But the Superman mythic I didn't get. Damn, I like the cheerleader one where you get the what do you call them, pom poms or whatever, I don't know. And she changes into the beast, and then she's got that thing where it jumps up in the air and you can target down, and then Oh, and I didn't get to use Doom either. That was one of the first seasons where I first started playing. That's my nostalgia season. I know everyone said the first Marvel one was better, but that's when I started playing. I started playing at the end of Rect. But mainly my first real season was Absolute Doom. And so that's always got a special place. Like I still use the Gwenpool jam track, the Why Would I Live in the Real World When I Could Live in the Multiverse. That's still my lobby music. And that's Fortnite to me, man. Really screwed myself by fixing stuff up on the wrong layers. Oops. Oh, I knew I got the wrong one. Mike, your work is awesome. Greetings from Brazil. Thank you so much, and greetings. Welcome to the stream. Thanks for jumping on and for jumping into the chat. And my book is actually coming out in Portuguese. Well, I was told it's this year. Hopefully it still is. I'm pretty sure they're covering Portugal and Brazil. They've got the worldwide Portuguese rights. So that is exciting. They are really overpowered, yet. OG may bring back the old Marvel season for you to experience. Yeah, that'd be cool, but then we'll just have the Twitter full of people going, if you respect the game and the original players, don't buy this skin. Bro, we didn't all come to Fortnite at the same time, man. I mean, I get it in a way, but we're getting remixed versions anyway. You've still got your original. Like, I can't get the real Lara Croft. I can only get the more recently released one. But that's okay. One of my favorite skins is Undercover Sky that came in that remix mini season. She's one version of her comes with the Guff mask, but I have her without the mask on, and she looks really cool. But that made me go and buy Guff when he came into the shop. See, I see what Epic does. That's probably enough Fortnite talk. We're going to scare people out of the chat. So yeah, I started watching Ballerina, the John Wick spin-off. So far, so good. I think it did underperform at the box office because I don't hear anyone talking about it. I'm only about halfway through, but yeah, I don't hate it. What have I done? Did that on the wrong layer. Yeah, that's gonna happen. See, it's supposed to be like that. Haha. What is the time? 1:49. Right, we'll go for a few more minutes. Be more careful where I put my layers up, it's still fine. Super Unicorn Princess hasn't even had a look, and it's just oh man. So you've got to sticking to the layers you're supposed to makes your life a lot easier later on. I'm very bad at doing that. Did it again. Oh, sorry I've gone a bit silent. What the heck? Okay. I know the two regular highlights that she always has. It's just going to look funky now. Question, so with those shadows, do you adjust the color every time you do her, or do you have that? Well, normally I don't put shadows and highlights on her. Every time, I guess. I do have a palette, a Super Unicorn Princess palette, which has the basic colors I need for the book. For, I guess the main three characters. Unfortunately, the palette's only so big. And her rainbow horn takes up a lot of it. So yeah, I'll either find an old picture I liked, like the one on my sweatshirt, my hoodie, and copy off that, or if it's just a one-off, I'll just make it up. I don't go that hard in the book. It's mostly flat coloring. Because while I did say publishing moves slow, deadlines are usually quite tight. And I am quite slow. I have a palette for... I had a Chase Feedington palette, which I'll be able to adjust if we do a second book, because some of those characters aren't reappearing. A Squish and Squash palette, which was quite basic, just for the main characters. Sava the Barbarian. I even had a Bluey one. That one time I drew Bluey. Gosh. Dove Designs is drawing too. Nice. Awesome work. Oh, thank you very much. Where am I? I need to be better with my palettes. I probably need a Super Unicorn Princess palette too. There were some... Should I say it? Yeah. One of the characters changes colors a little bit in book one, because I didn't have them saved on the palette properly. I didn't realize till too late. So I'll fix that for book two. But all of those are necessary, those ones on that palette. So I'm gonna have to do a second palette probably. Anyway, I was going to do something. I can't remember what it was now. Now I remember. Again, if I use the soft light blending mode on the layers like I keep preaching and not doing, I wouldn't have to worry about that on the palette, I guess, because you just use black and white. I need to put something on those signs, I feel, but oh. As I say, I'm no colour. I'm pretty bad. But I have downloaded a course, which I plan to find some time to go through to try and improve my colouring. But for the style I draw in, this sort of works, I guess. I kind of like that those rocks at the front, the rubble, is just one flat colour. And I feel like it might ruin it if I... Or maybe not. So I do have to contend with that wrong layer problem now. Let's try that. Bedtime, great work. Thank you very much. Hey, you stuck around for a long time, so thank you for that. And thanks for the chat. That was really good. It's gonna pain me now. Working hard, haha. My cousin's in the chat. Working hard or hardly working? Well, depends who you ask. Work adjacent. Speaking of, shouldn't you be working? Come up in my chat. Or like... Like what you were. They've gone too silent though. Not talking enough. It was all go before. 2:35 on YouTube now. Who was that? How did I miss that one? Oh, Will Silver and Nelson C. 15 away from hitting the 250 goal on YouTube. Awesome, thank you. So, oh my gosh. All right. Mike, great work. My type of interesting artwork cartoon. I'm Mike. Hey, Mike. I'm Mike. We might be nearing the end. I'm just going to take this grid off because I don't need it anymore. Muddying up the picture a bit. Also thinking that's probably a bit too... I also wonder if we should merge those and maybe don't know if I like that or if I prefer maybe I'll just leave it. If it needs, probably doesn't. Probably doesn't. All right. AJ, hello. Oh, thanks, too kind, man. Man, you've been killing it with your latest stuff. It's been awesome. This one can probably be blurred. Yeah, maybe. Too kind. No, man, I mean it. Like, your stuff's been really good. Other than IG, do you have a YouTube channel too? Yes, I do. It is youtube.com/@MikeHartigan. So same as this. And I'm streaming there as well at the moment. And you guys coming in now are getting all the silence. I was chatting away before. I think I must have just run out of things to say. Here we go. Got there in the end. I think I should have done that. See, this is why I need to stream with an artist or another person so we can get the chat going. I'm very bad. It's almost better. We're gonna have to cheat because that red background blends it in a bit too much. Let's leave those off. Maybe we can cheat and just put a glow around it. Not even a glow, just an airbrush or something. Maybe a glow. Jeez. But then it needs to be in front. Urgh. Painful. Cheap and nasty. It's alright. Alrighty. Alright. Now I'm thinking I didn't even want to have that thing on the horn at all. What if I did? That's what you get for not planning stuff out, see? This might also become a no, but we'll see. Just almost like the Zack Snyder version, just the extreme. Oh, I don't know. I don't know. silly, wasn't it? Let's combine these first. Third of the one, put it on 64%. Same-ish. In fact, I might actually make that one a bit darker. Right. Oh, thanks. I'll go and have a look in a minute when I finish the stream. Right, we're up to... Okay, how long have we been going? It's been a bit of a... 3.5 hours. All right. 2:36 on YouTube. Ah, thanks for the subscribe. Amazing. And we're at 94 on Twitch. We're getting close to 100. We are getting close. All right. Looking good. All right, well, we pretty much did this whole thing today. Where's the original sketch? Started out, let's have a look. Let's just show the white background here. So here's where we started. I whipped this up just before the stream, and that was the rough we worked off. And we've got it up to this point. So I think it's not too shabby. So there we go. Super Unicorn Princess versus some sort of Yeti monster. I don't know. He's laid waste a little bit here. Probably needs some cracks in the concrete or something. But otherwise, not too shabby. So, there we go. Another successful piece. Alright, so... to everyone who joined the stream, thank you very much. Looks like a Yetisaurus. Yeah, it's because I've got him in that Godzilla stomp. I was actually worried that he looked like he was falling backwards before he's even thrown a punch. But yeah, and that pretty much brings us to the end of the stream. Got Marble Mouth at the end. Plus I need some lunch. It's 2:37 on Tuesday afternoon in New Zealand. We've been going since about 11 a.m. So I think we're done. How much time did we spend on the canvas? 3 hours and 39 minutes. That includes my little sketch before the stream. So yeah, there we go. So everyone who joined on the stream, whether you're on Twitch, whether you're on YouTube or on Instagram, thank you so much. It's been good chatting. Very good. Had some fun. The live will be recorded, I believe. Worked last time. That's for Instagram. So hopefully it works again. I don't know how many people watch the streams because it's 3.5 hours long. But yeah, I'll put it up as a reel. This looks sick. Oh, thank you very much. And yeah, I'll the reel will be up shortly once we finish. I'm just gonna have some lunch and then I'll probably set it all up. But otherwise, yeah, if you are on Twitch and you don't follow me already, please consider hitting that follow button. We're getting close to 100. 6 people away on Twitch. It's twitch.tv/scribblingmike. And on YouTube, we have gone up by 3, I believe. So we're at 236, on our way to 250. And on Instagram, where all you guys are jumping in the chat and giving it a good old time. Thank you very much. Remember, I have now introduced subscriptions on Instagram, 99 cents a month. If you're one of the first 5, I think there's a couple left, you'll get it for half that price again. And I believe, at least for the 99 cents, even if I do put the price up later, you get to keep it at 99 cents. And I'll be doing, once I hit 10 subscribers, I'll start doing an extra stream per week for subscribers only on Instagram. And that'll be behind the scenes stuff and also taking requests and drawing your requests or your characters. So if you are on Instagram and you want to do that, hit the subscribe button. Otherwise, we've come to the end of another fun stream. So thank you very much again. As always, imagine, draw, create. Keep drawing, keep creating. And I'll catch you on the next stream. So now we do the awkward thing where I come over to my laptop and try and figure out how to end this in a non-talky way. But yeah, we're too late. That ship has sailed. So I'm just going to end it. On Twitch and YouTube, you'll get the outro picture. And here it comes, I think. Here it comes. All right. So Wednesbury, thanks for streaming. Catch you later. Yes, thanks for joining. Thanks for the chat. And thanks for taking your time. Dove Designs, as always, a pleasure. Thanks for jumping on. And everyone on Instagram and Twitch, I appreciate you. Remember, please consider hitting that follow button on YouTube or Twitch. And until next time, I will see you later. That's the correct thing. All right. Instagram doesn't just turn off. You did sub, yeah, I saw that. Thank you very much. And I'll go and have a look at your one now as well. All right. See you later, Instagram. microphone now muted on one thing, but not on the actual mic. So hey, we got it done faster than last time. Welcome to a new week. Sorry I'm late. This was supposed to start an hour ago. Silly me, because normally this is the time I start, and I thought I'm going to jump on it, and I'm going to redo my schedule, and I'm going to start an hour early. And so anyway, we're here now. I will try there for the next stream. So, stormy day in New Zealand. Not very nice outside today.